Hi, I'm Emily, and I'm SWOOP's Director for Customer Success for APAC. And I have a question for you. Do you think you could improve the way that you collaborate at work? But before you answer, let me introduce you to Charlotte. Charlotte is a marketing director based in Melbourne. And of course, Charlotte's working from home. Now, Charlotte's actually getting quite sick of drinking instant coffee every day. Her dog doesn't quite understand the concept of personal space as she's on her 5th back-to-back meeting for the day. She's just been mentioned on Microsoft Teams for the 2000th time this week, and she's just been added to a team with 400 other colleagues with no context at all. A word that doesn't come to mind here is productivity. This brings me to what SWOOP Analytics is all about. Seeing how you work changes the way you work. Just as you would consult a fitness tracker to improve your physical health, SWOOP's collaboration analytics can help you work smarter, be more engaged, and achieve better business outcomes. SWOOP Analytics is an easy-to-access, easy-to-navigate self-service dashboard that tells the story of your digital organisation and how you make an impact at work. SWOOP also completes the world's largest analysis of enterprise social networks, so we can show you how your organisation compares to the best in the world. We help customers accelerate digital workplace behaviours for better business outcomes. But of course, you definitely don't just need to take this from me. We've recently spoken to some of our fantastic SWOOP customers to learn more about the problems that we help them to solve.
The biggest barrier that we were facing prior to Teams was the ability to collaborate and communicate with each other without having to kind of adapt different tools or pick up the phone or fly around the country. When we were surfaced with SWOOP, we were then identified the ability for us to kind of see how people are working, who they're working with, as well as then being able to have those personas of how much they're collaborating, who they're doing it with, where they're doing it, how often, is it one way or two way? And for us, it was really important for us to be able to surface a two-way kind of engagement. It was really important for, if we look at states where they can be competitors, but they're also, combined as one, it was important that there was a two-way conversations happening. SWOOP gave us those unique stories about the people, and that was really important for us. We still really needed to keep driving forward as an organisation, ensure we had a cricket season. And so we really looked to SWOOP to kind of look at how our users were using the tool from a Microsoft Teams perspective and ensure that that was kind of increasing through this period. It was really important that we weren't getting dead collaboration, as we like to call it, where people are having meetings for the sake of having meetings. While we can get the stats out of the Office 365 tooling of meetings were occurring, we didn't want people to have meetings just for the sake of meetings. We wanted to see the collaboration that was happening, and hopefully the Teams collaboration that SWOOP was surfacing for us, which it did. It showed us that people were really starting to interact with the states a lot more. There was different types of groups that were being created, like how to deliver a cricket season in a COVID world. And what we found is if we have a look at the personas and who our champions are, they changed very, very quickly throughout this period. And I think they'll continue to change, and that's okay. But it gave us somebody that we could talk to about how they were using it, if they needed any more help, where they were struggling. And we've done a lot of virtual things online now, and so SWOOP has really helped us be able to identify those users that needed that.
You would have just heard Emma refer to our SWOOP personas, which we've developed to help you understand your personal collaboration style. We've also implemented advanced Microsoft AI capabilities, which allows you to track the sentiment on your network and can even deep dive right down to the keyword level. SWOOP helps to paint a picture of adoption in your organisation by helping you visualise things like network health, being able to identify your key influences, and driving behaviour change with behavioural nudges. On the individual level, we can easily serve up actionable insights to Charlotte from Melbourne, for example, to help her transform the way that she works every single day. We can prompt Charlotte, for example, with a nudge to do something like ask more questions in order to increase her levels of innovation and problem solving. We can also serve up more insights around the way that Charlotte's team works together, for example, by providing information on collaboration patterns through network maps, easy visualizations of two-way conversations, and showing where time is dedicated across different teams' channels. This comes back to the fact that digital transformation is everyone's responsibility. And that's exactly why SWOOP empowers everyone in the organisation to be checking the data. Now for ROI, let's put some simple numbers on the table. Say you invest $1 million in buying and rolling out tools like Teams or Yammer. If you spend $1 million on something, you want to get the benefits to recover from what you've already spent. Forrester recently calculated the ROI of Microsoft Teams and concluded that it was a whopping 832%. So if you choose not to invest in SWOOP, that's the equivalent of saying, that's okay, I'm fine with flying blind and not understanding the true value that I'm getting from Microsoft Teams. And I really don't think that any CIO can justify leaving that much business value on the table. So is SWOOP the thing to invest in? Does SWOOP make a difference? Well, you bet. We've been able to clearly quantify the impact that SWOOP has when used in conjunction with Microsoft collaboration platforms. And here's exactly what we found. Users are 39% more active and start 26% more discussion threads. They ask 29% more questions, more posts get a reply, and posts get on average 19% more replies. Let me also give you an example from ANZ Bank about things you can't even put a dollar value on. ANZ Social Business Development Manager Ryan Crocker said, I think I could go a day without having access to email, but I don't think I could go a day without having access to SWOOP. Ryan said it can be nerve-wracking heading into stakeholder meetings, knowing you have to challenge and influence people, but being armed with the data from SWOOP really makes a difference. We've got the evidence and we've got the customer proof. Microsoft and SWOOP really are better together. That's why SWOOP has been implemented by the likes of Telstra, Medibank, Westpac, the ATO, and global conglomerates including the likes of Nestle, Mars, UNICEF, KLM, the World Bank, and many, many more. You can also take it from us. From day one, SWOOP was designed as a completely distributed organisation with a global mindset. Have I met most of the colleagues on the screen? No. Are we a team operating across different markets all over the world? Yes. Do I feel connected with them? Do we problem solve together? Yes. Do we make a difference for our customers every day? Yes. Am I asking too many questions? Well, you can check the SWOOP Curiosity Index for that one. The combination of Microsoft and SWOOP makes sense. Better outcomes for Emma from Cricket Australia, who is trying to replicate the most aspirational collaborative practices across the business. Better outcomes for Ryan from ANZ, who's trying to have data-driven conversations to ensure the continued investment in collaboration platforms. And better outcomes for my friend Charlotte from Melbourne, who's trying to be the most effective, most productive employee and manager she possibly can be. Microsoft and SWOOP really are co-solving these business problems together for organizations.
Hey, Emily! Shh, Emily! We gotta remember to tell them about SWOOP and WPA, the workplace analytics stuff. We're often being asked by customers how SWOOP and WPA fit together. So we gotta tell them, how we are working together with customers, how the two things sit really nicely together. It's a really important message to get across to all those wonderful Microsoft people. So anyway, good luck with the presentation and then edit this out, right? See ya.
Thanks for that, Kai. So whether you're checking in on the fly or building detailed reports, SWOOP will help you adapt behaviours and make more informed decisions about collaboration to ensure you're not flying blind. Now, we know that your mission is to empower every person and every organisation on the planet to achieve more. So why don't we make it our combined mission to empower every person and every organisation on the planet to collaborate more? There's one thing I want you to do after this is to tell your customers to run a free trial of SWOOP so they can be a part of the mission as well.